Okay, Diana, good morning.
Good
How
morning.
are you?
Hello.
Second podcast in a row, honey.
Second
Second
podcast.
in a row. Wow. Okay. So today I would like to talk about your book,
Uh, uh.
in which I already start to implement the system, and I would like to talk about how first the idea of the book, how did you channel the idea of the book, how it comes, and let's talk about reverse engineering and in between and codes, and we have a lot to talk today. So, how did you receive the information? Go ahead, write a book, we give you the data.
Yep. So, like everything in my world, I receive information, knowledge, deeper feeling from inside that there is an information, there is an energy that is waiting to go to the world, and I can ignore it. I can delete it. I can
If
just.
you try to ignore, no option.
It's just there. It's just there. It's just like always there. So I have no choice but um, give to the world what is channeled through me, because it's not for me. It's through me. Information that is actually available for everyone. It's like a radio that with a lot of stations available for everyone. But some people, they cannot tune into the station that channels information, futuristic information, information that is already available but not available to everyone, to all types of consciousness. So, my job here is to tune into this information, channel it, and give it to the world.
How it started? Our stories are truly out of mind. So, how it started? Like, how did you receive the information?
So, it started 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I was washing dishes. I rarely do that, but it was one of the times. And when I'm doing the dishes, I started to receive information about manifestation. Like I received that this is new technology for manifestation. This is how you do it. This is the meditation. This is how you create from the future. And I'm like, interesting. So I hear this voice, which is from inside, but it's everywhere. It's loud and clear. Stop with the dishes, go to your laptop, start writing.
Wow.
So it was my first workshop, 100% channeled,
Mm-hmm.
with the technology of creating from the future. So it calls Portal for Manifestation. And after we returned from Damanor, first time,
Famous Damanor.
famous Damanor, I heard the same voice from
Ah, you hear
inside.
specific
Yes, it's
voice? It's a
specific.
specific.
It's specific voice. The portal for manifestation was channeled in English.
Mm-hmm.
I recorded the meditation in English, and then I went to the shower and I said to myself, well, I'll listen to the meditation, and the words of the meditation that was recorded in English, I heard it like a music. It
Mm.
was like a music. Some magic happened. I'm not sure what happened. Something of the water and the meditation and the words. It was like magic. And it's the same voice that I heard that there will be a book with different techniques and technologies, how to create here and now using existing technologies and futuristic technologies. So I'm not the author of the book, I'm the channeler of the book. I'm not writing what I want. I receive a specific information about techniques, about technologies, and I just need to write them down and to create a book because it will be a lot of techniques and technologies that are available. For example, like cellular technology, it's out there, but we use it like on the cellular phones, but we don't know how to use it for our body to heal or to use our telepathic abilities. So there are different technologies like AI, like it's already there, but we are using this technology like we go to ChatGPT and we don't know how to apply this AI technology within ourselves. So there are different types of technologies already available, but we apply it only in one way because we are not aware that everything that is outside is inside. And outside we see it because consciously we already match to see it. And we use it only as we were directed to use it. But we have our inside compass that we can use all the technologies in completely various ways and create amazing things using these technologies. This is a futuristic book.
Wow.
This knowledge is there, like I said, in the
It's out there.
it's
simply
out
there,
there, but I'm just collecting it and guiding whatever is going through me to the world. Exciting.
And share a moment with me when you channeled information and then you stopped and said, "Oh my God, what's going on here?" Like, share something.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, because for me, it's normal. All the crazy information and everything is already like a normal for me. When I'm sharing this information with people, they're, oh, wow, oh,
Really?
amazing, oh my God. There are like feedbacks that it's very futuristic. I can't even understand when the words are clear, but the entire energy, the entire concept is not clear for people, or different topics touch different people. So it will be a book, and everybody will find the techniques and the energy that that's supposed to take them from one level and create a jump to the next level using technology.
This book is even for starters, like
Yes,
one that just started
yes,
the way in the
yes,
spiritual world.
yes. Because I think that this book is not only for the spiritual world. This book will be for technical people. Like for myself, I started not as a spiritual, I started like as a software engineer. So I think that all software engineers are very spiritual because they know how the technology works, but they just don't know to apply it in the spiritual manner.
They just know how to program it into a system of Windows, computers, but whenever it comes to a spiritual world,
They just don't connect the dots that we are the biological computer and we have the same programs, the same loops, the same hardware, the same
the
software,
same bugs.
the same bugs. Exactly. And when they see, feel on their own body the connection, there are like a lot of technical people, and technical people are counted like a pragmatic one. You don't see, you don't believe, there is what it is. And if
I used to be this one.
I
I
used to
used
be
to be.
this
I know
one,
what you're talking about. I know.
I used to be this very logical, and this is great because in the spirituality there is a lot of logic once you understand. But at the beginning, nothing is logical, everything is irrational, everything is unclear. There is a chaos when you start to ping the spiritual world. But once you understand and see the bigger picture, you see how logical, how many order is there, how everything is smart, interconnected, very technological. So once masses of people will be exposed to that to this spiritual through technology, I think it will be amazing. It will create amazing impact.
You know, I must say, yesterday I had a workshop with Mo, our healer of the group of the Cosmic Girls, and we had a workshop. And I remember that I think months ago we talked about part of your book, which called Reverse Engineering. You publish it in the Telegram, and I read it and it was like, it's interesting. It's like I most of my life implemented this method, but here, in terms of spirituality, it was like, we can manifest, we can create a new reality through this. So, yesterday in the workshop, we invited one of the participants in the workshop. And then I started on the board to do the reverse engineering part. And it was a magic because I have the ability to see the outcome. This is one of my expertise, to see the outcome. I know what is the outcome, how it should look like, and to do the reverse, it's super easy and logical and technique and clear to me how to go through the stages. And you know, I'm also a channeler, so I receive how many steps. And we did this, and all the participants were amazed by this method. And I must say that I am amazed too, because here, like, I have, you know, in my library, I have like the paper that you wrote me with the reverse engineer, how eventually I will have this retreat center. So it's a magical, I think it's part of the book, but the reverse engineering, it's super amazing and interesting. How did you receive this method? Because once you shared with me, it my completely life has changed, and now I'm all the time implement this method. I'm using it day by day whenever I want to achieve something. I'm starting from the end game and then go by reverse. So let's talk about this.
I received this chapter of the book in the plane when we were returning from Damanhur.
The domino is a key point.
I was just going in the plane um, back and forth, doing some exercises, stretches on my body. And then I just received, well, it's time to publish about reverse engineering. And I'm like, interesting. I know what is reverse engineering because I'm a technical. But then I just like made myself like I don't know anything. And I just asked to channel the technique, when to use it, how to use it in order to publish this book, because I'm not an author. I don't know this knowledge. I
I
I
remember myself reading the parts and I said, oh my God, who is channeling through you? He's writing excellently.
yes, and I mean, and I just channel this technique, um, and the beauty of this book that everything is super easy and super simple. It's not complicated. You don't need to understand the technology in depth and how it's working. You just take the known technologies, you receive an explanation how else you can use this technology, um, in addition to how it's already used in the world, and you start implementing with examples how you do it. Because if it's not super easy, people won't use it. If it's not super easy, I won't use it. If it's boring, I won't use it. If it's not interesting, I won't use it. and I'm creating a book for me. So it should be super fun, super easy, easy to apply, easy. It doesn't matter where you open in the book. It should be independent chapters. It should be very accessible to different levels, clear, very easy language, easy. Everything should be just fun, 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 easy, easy, easy.
It will come in English. It will come out in
Yes,
English and Hebrew
yes,
also.
and Russian.
And Russian.
Yes, 3 languages.
Wow. That's awesome.
I'm receiving. I'm channeling the books in 3 languages. So some chapters are in English, some in Hebrew, some in Russian, and then we'll see. I'm just pouring all the chapters to the Telegram channel to the people who would like to be exposed to the raw material of the book. You just pay a symbolic fee to be in this creation, to be a part of how this creation is manifesting. And every new channel, it's like a new chapter in people's life. It's changing lives. I receive feedbacks. So when the chapters are channeled through me, I stop everything and I write it down, and I even don't remember what was channeled in details. Like if you ask me what is written in the book about reverse engineering, I cannot tell you the exact lines, the exact examples, the exact words, because it was channeled through me. And I remember just in general, I need to read it too. Like this book is for me too. It's like I'm a vessel that the water is going through, but in the vessel there is like maybe a pieces stays, but I need to read the book as well in order to receive from this book.
And what is the name of the book?
The name of the book in Hebrew, it's Code HaKiyum. It's the code of existence.
The Code of Existence.
The code of existence. This is for now. I mean, if it will be changed later, it will be changed. This is the name right now. This is about coding, decoding our lives, changing the code of our existence, our reality. Changing the code, you change the reality because you change your frequency, you change your consciousness. And
what is the essence of the codes in our life?
The essence of the code in our life is that we need to understand that everything is energy, different types of energies. Code is everything. Word is code. Numbers are code. Our thoughts, code. Our beliefs is a code. Our feelings, code. The way we look at life, it's a code. Everything is a code. This room is a code. This microphone.
Everything can be translated to a code?
Yes, because everything is an energy. And everything and the energy, if you take it into the material world or into the definitions, like code is a definition. What is code? It's a definition. So if you start to translate from energy to definitions, to the words, it's a code.
So this is what happened to me and to Mor yesterday before the workshop. We've been like itsy and bitsy from the morning. We were clinged together until the night. And then we ate something, and then, we are channeling all the time. It's like, it's your essence. You are a channeler. You are a channeler. So we started talking, and then Mor said to me, like, I see a huge code. It's like something big like this. And I said, okay. So, I'm logical. Okay, so what do you want? What do you want to do? That's great. You see code. What do you want to do now? And she said,
Practical. You're
yes,
practical.
I'm a practical. Okay,
Me
so
too.
you see, wow, you see aliens. That's great. What they want? What do they want?
Yes.
And then she said, okay, like write down, write down. I'm telling you a code. And then she told me a code. And then I didn't know I have this ability, and I used it after that in the workshop. And she told me, "Okay, you know something about this code." And then like I put my hand, I scanned the code with my hands, and then I started to receive pictures and to receive data, to receive information. And then I was like, "Oh my God, more! I see things through this code. Oh my God!"
It's like a movie. I see that people. I see that people.
It was so
So
funny.
you're using scanning technology. So
Scanning
scanning
technologies.
technology. Yes, it's like scanning a barcode. It's a technology of
Exactly.
scanning a barcode. So we have this technology out there, but now you're using it in a different manner.
And then you know what interesting? That we started to encoded the reality. For example, she told me like, write down 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I wrote down, and then we scan it, and I was like, I see a little girl like blah 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 blah, and then she said, okay, 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 I know something else. Like write this down. I write it down. Oh, it's a new code. Like this girl is now happy. We created a new reality for this girl. And we started to play and to manipulate the numbers and to see what's going on. And we like, I think it's not revealing because it's always there, as you mentioned, but we started to be exposed to a new technology that's within us, and it was super cool. We started to implement it after that in the workshop, and people were amazed because I saw traumas, I saw past life through codes, and more knew how to heal them after I shared what I saw. I shared what I saw, and then she said, "Okay, if you saw this, then the healing process should be like this." And I think the collaboration was wow. I'm speechless about the collaboration. It was something new, and I think people are not too exposed what codes are and how they are affecting our life. And I think we should put it out there because once we have the ability, I think we have the commitment to share the information. Nothing is for only for us. It's everything should be out there, spread to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And now we are starting to create more and more workshops about the codes and the meaning. And that's amazing.
It is amazing. It requires a certain type of consciousness because if you go and tell it now to developers that are coding, that you know you can code your life too, you can write numbers, it will show you your traumas, and we can rewrite the numbers and it will heal the trauma. They might not believe you,
Politely.
might not accept this. I mean, you can be a trigger to a lot of people who struggle, in their consciousness, they believe that you need to struggle. You cannot play with the energy and change. Otherwise, everything would be changed so easy. Yes, everything is easy, but easy, it's a consciousness.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, so there are people, the kids would love it because they don't have like definitions and boundaries what is possible. If you show it to kids, they will change their lives and they can heal everything.
Wow, now I got the consciousness to do it with my twins.
Yes, but if you go to people who already very pragmatic, logical, then they would need time to accept this concept of easiness of code, of how easy it is to rewrite the code. And this is what makes me share that 2 days ago I received in channeling cards that will be energetic cards for men that will show them how easy it is to change the code, to change the programs. So
Inside them.
inside them. So basically, these are energetic cards that you pull a card. Basically, this card will show you what your unconscious mind um, having, but you're unaware of it, or you're aware of it, but you don't know how to change it.
Mm-hmm.
So on one side of the card, there is a program that I explain how to delete it. And on the other side of the card, it's a new program that I explain how to download it energetically.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not the numbers, it's not the scanning, it's very simple. You take it, you read it, you don't even need to believe it because it's energetically working in your space, and then you read the code changing, and the code is changed and your reality changes, and everything will be different for that person. So basically I'm channeling the programs that available almost for every male energy,
Mm-hmm.
because these are the lessons that every male energy soul are signing to experience in the material world here on planet Earth. So, and for sure, people who will purchase the cards, or these cards somehow will arrive to them, they will able, without going through months of inner work, of psychological, of healing, of different types of digging.
Mm-hmm.
You can read, you can say, wow, I have that, or wow, in my family, I know they have it, or wow, I see this in my world, and if you see it in my world, it's inside you, and I see this struggle, but this is not a struggle. This is a program that now we acknowledge it. We say maybe I have it, and I choose to change it. And everything in our world is designed and managed by our free will to change. Free will, consciously or unconsciously, by our soul. Once we choose something, once we choose it, there is nothing that can stop us and go against our will unless we agree to that. We need to understand that. And once we choose differently, we can go and follow the instructions and rewrite on the program level, on the code level, on the energetic level, and it will change your entire essence. And this is very fast, this is very easy, and this is amazing that finally we are using all the advanced technologies that we have in our generation
Mm-hmm.
in order to create fast changes in our lives.
You know what? You are talking about fast changes. It's fascinating. It's fascinating because when I have a client and they come to me on a one-time meeting, and I see traumas, I heal traumas, I rewrite codes, I do all these magics, and at first people are skeptical because they say, I think they were programmed into it should be a long time process, it should be. And here I would like to emphasize to our followers that healing, changing, creating, it's something that should be super simple, easy, no need 100 meetings of talking with psychologists. It's okay, it's good, it's fine, everything is good. But the change can be done quickly. as long as you evolving and understanding how energy works, changes can be done quickly. So when one client approaches me and tell me like, I have this, I say, okay, what is the purpose? What do you want? Like, let's talk bottom line. What do you want? And he tells me, okay, I would like to have a good business. Like, I want to have a good business, successful business, whatever. Then we meet, and then I see trauma. I heal the trauma. Then I see some issue. Then I recode the issue, and everything changes. Like, my clients, one day after the meeting, even like 1 hour after the meeting, says, oh my God, I didn't understand how energy quickly works. And I think people, it's like, I'm not into definitions, but like I think like square minded, how things should look like. And I think that my part of um, of being here on planet Earth, my mission is to expose people how energy works. And I know it's also your mission and our Cosmic Girl mission to expose all the people out there how energy works, how magical is the energy, and how everything is based on energy.
Mhm.
Like, people don't get it that disease are energy, that work is energy, that the money in your bank account is energy. Everything is the outcome of the energy that you have in your life.
Mhm.
So we have so much courses and workshops and content out there, and now we have a new project, a big project for the Cosmic Girls, of building a new website that I'm on it. I want to share all the content out there. And once people will be first exposed, I believe that then the changes start to like deep diving until they will realize that they are the manifestors of their own life.
Mhm. Yes. And this is the purpose of the book, purpose of the cards, because what I received, the information I received, and it makes sense that woman goes and dives into the spiritual world much easier than men. Men have different structure,
Mm-hmm.
energetical structure, different energy, and as much as I want to say no, I don't want it. I want to be for woman. I want to empower woman. I want. I mean, because this is the energy that it's more flexible, because the woman's energy, feminine energy, is more flexible, flowing, intuitive, wisdom. And for men, it's just a different energy. It's proactive, is doing, is
Muscular.
muscular, and the changes and new things, and um, it's much like harder for them, less flexible. So one of the mission is to help masculine energy to deep dive into spiritual world, um, using very logical tools and techniques and technologies to use their amazing abilities they have to be more for the world, to be more for women, to because like yesterday or a few days ago, um, I released a reel about relationships,
I
rela-
saw this.
relationships, and I received a lot of questions what to do in the relationship when one side is going uh, through spiritual development, and this one side is a feminine side, and what to do with the masculine side of the relationship that are not willing to hear, to accept, to understand, to release. and how to maintain the relationships. Um, so I understand that we need to give a masculine energy, a little bit of energy
Mm-hmm.
to maybe to get better understanding what is spiritual world, why uh, females and women are attracted to the spiritual world, because they just don't understand. And the things that we don't understand, the first reaction is to go against it, is to um, we don't accept what we don't understand. So my mission is to help masculine to understand a feminine better way, in order to be able to love them better, to support them better, to understand them better, and vice versa. For feminine to understand the masculine better, to know how to better support them in the new reality that we have, in the new energies, because the rules are changing, the relationships are changing, interests are changing. There is a lot of information, a lot of energies that were not available in the past, even for our parents. Now, different rules in relationship that are not going to empower one another, accept one another without judgment, that will not understand the mission of one another. This relationship will not last. They will not last. And now it's a turbulence times,
Mm-hmm.
like when you go to the air with the airplane, there is like a turbulence, and in this turbulence period, this is what we experience with a lot of relationships in our lives, because every person now is going through um, consciousness arisal, consciousness change. And when people don't know what to do with the changes, because the changes are inevitable, they will be. They are here, the changes are here. And if people do not understand new rules, new codes, new reality that is creating, they will fall behind. And they
What do
really
you mean by fall behind?
fall behind, meaning people who will not develop, will not understand these new rules, the relationship will be fallen apart, and some of the people will leave this plane, meaning will leave this body, because they don't understand, they don't develop, they their their period in this body will be over, because they will be fallen behind. And my mission is to help whatever I can help, by the information, the exposure, the explanation, the education, how to live in these turbulence times and be happy and be joyful and be playful and create the reality that we want. Mm.
What else can we say?
What else is possible?
Yes, what
How
else
it
is
can be
possible for better
better
and
than
better
that?
and better, of course.
What else is possible for us, for everybody? And this is the reason we started to share our knowledge in English. This is requires from us to go beyond what we used to be. This is not what we speak on our daily basis.
No.
And maybe the accent is not that, and then maybe it's not following all the language
The
rules.
purpose is the most important
The
thing.
purpose is clear, that this information will reach more people, to awake and to support them in the turbulence time, that the changes, there is nothing to afraid of changes. There is to afraid not to change. and the changes are here, and we need to synchronize, to get in sync with the changes in order to thrive.
Yes, this is how do you define nowadays the turbulence? Yeah, really?
It's a turbulence because 2025, it's number 9. Do we know
Clean up, clean up.
clean up and end, finish the cycle of 9 years cycle? We know that everything is in our matrix here working based on cycles. So the cycle of 9 years
It's here. It's
it's
here.
here. So a lot of things gonna end. The ending goes with the turbulence because when people don't want to release and they hang to things that are not relevant anymore, they're heavy, they're not for the people entire good, so they hold on to this existence not to change, and the energy is the changing energy that are shaking, that is a turbulence, that the environment is changing, people in your life are changing, relationship are making the transformation, and the people who will not understand it, that relationship will end. And even though only like 10 years ago it was perfect, and now it's not working because it's a new cycle and it's coming to an end. And changes are wonderful if because if the water does not flow, it's creating like a mud. So if there is no air, so you cannot breathe. So if there is no movement, there is a stagnation. So our body constantly changes. Um, and if we are not in sync with our bodies, if we are not in sync with external cycles, if we are not willing to change, if we are holding into old beliefs and not questioning everything, because everything is new, but we are still holding on into older beliefs, into what is used to be, into how it should be, into
Prejudice, molds.
into everybody is like that. So it won't work because it's not the times of like everybody, they're over. It's time for the uniqueness, your unique energy and your mission in the world. If people won't sync with that, won't understand that, they will fall behind with whatever the meaning it is. And what else is possible?
It's great. I would like to talk about the kids of the new age. It's something that brought up here, and I know that you are channeling the new age information. So I remember that I was part of a retreat that you did, I think, before, like each month it's like a 1 year of light. So I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 months ago, that you talked about the kids of the new age and
Okay.
what they are here for.
Mhm.
So if you can please more elaborate about that.
Who remembers what was channeled through me? Okay, so what is the question? What we would like to know?
Okay, I would like to know what is the difference between the kids of, let's say, of the 1999 among the kids, the babies that are now coming to planet Earth on 2025 and from now on or even before.
Mhm.
What is the difference?
Everything is different. They might look the same human, but everything is different. They're more intuitive. They remember and know parallel lives, past lives, future lives, themselves in different bodies. They see entities, they see energies, they understand in crystals, they talk with animals, they heal, they hug trees, they know what to do. Their wisdom is amazing if we know how to listen to them. They channel. They it's a completely different technology. So
But what do you mean by different technology? Like,
different
as I was a girl, a little girl, I didn't channel. I didn't. I didn't do all this thing that you just mentioned. No.
not in this amount, not in this depth, and also on the collective consciousness. No one were willing to listen and to support, so these abilities were closed because sometimes with kids speak, so parents say, "This is not true. This cannot be," and these programs, these codes close abilities in children. So, like we said, words are code, and the words can open and close abilities.
Wow.
It's a real thing. So, now mothers, more spiritually developed than
Mm-hmm.
in 1999,
Mm-hmm.
and they understand, maybe they are not fully understand, but they understand that their kids know. The kids are telling how they choose their parents, they choose and they tell stories about lives in different planets. They know,
Wow.
so they're just um, very advanced. And also, it of course depends on the environment. So, if the environment is supporting, so disabilities won't be closed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember my daughter is 14 now, but when she was 5, she was able to see what it is inside woman's womb. Like, she saw if there is a kid, she saw how the children are
The position.
positioned
Wow.
in. They could see if there is a miscarriage before the woman knew. At 5, she just looked at the belly and she could know and see.
Wow.
And then with time, disability was closed, but because she started to be very empathic and to feel different pains, different uh, things in her body, and it was not hers. She felt other people. Someone were
Mm.
talking about my leg hurt, so she told my leg hurt. So the words were activating her ability to be
Mm-hmm.
empathic, and this was another like stage. But at some level, um, she said she's not
Mm.
interested not in this and not in that and not in everything. So, and it was like 14 years ago. She was born 14 years ago. And she, at age of, I think it was 5 also, she told me how she picked her mom and dad when she picked it.
What? Really?
Yes, we were sitting in the restaurant and she was drawing, me and her, and she said, I was in the wedding with you and daddy. And I said, honey, it's not possible because you were born like 3 years after that. And she said, I know that, but I was in the wedding. I saw the wedding and I had a lot of choices to choose from. And the parents that I was considering, they already had a baby, and I didn't want that. I wanted to be first. So I
Wow. I
choose
got
you
the
guys.
chills. Oh my God.
So I
Wow.
choose you guys. I wanted to be um, the first one. and like she said, the first one, like she knew there will be another one, like the first one, and there's like screens, and we were choosing, and there were groups, and she just explained
This
it.
is the level of the information she shared.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Wow.
So, and I say, wow, amazing. What else do you know? What else do you remember? What else? What else? What else? And I was just recording it, and was just, wow, I never thought about it. And I was like, uh, barely in the spiritual,
Mm.
barely. I think she was like maybe not 5, but 6 already, because it was like I would just started to expose myself, like, and it was, I was amazed. And then my friend also told me, like in different time, that her son also told her similar story, that he chose her to be his mother, but with about the dad, he was considering one in Netherlands and one in Israel.
Wow, I'm shocked.
And then she was like telling to me, you know, before we did Aliyah to Israel, we were considering to live in Netherlands. And it was amazing, and the kid could not know this information because she never shared it with anyone, like outside the world, like she and the parents knew. So and he said, her son said to her, and then eventually I picked our dad. So these stories are amazing,
Amazing.
and kids
Wow.
on the age between like 3 and 6, when they start talking and start to express themselves, until like they go to school and start the influence of the entire um,
Institute,
institute.
of course.
Exactly. They are they can tell us a lot of things we
Wow.
don't understand, don't remember, doesn't make sense, but it's there.
Wow. Amazing. Do you have like amazing, extraordinary story from all your 7 years experience on the spiritual world? Something that like will leave us jaw open, like something like I can hear those kind of stories hours and hours and hours. It's like it I will never get over it.
I have a lot, and every day I have like stories like that, and it's my normal. It's my new normal, that every day there are like miracles, there are jaw-dropping stories. Um,
Like
okay,
something that you will not
I
forget.
okay. So when I started to treat people, and it was not my plan at all, but people were coming to receive healing. One of the sessions, um, my friend came with the gold ring from her grandma, and we were talking about stuff, and her grandma appeared and said, "This is my name. I am your grandmother. This is my ring." And so on and so on. And I was just, I think it was between my first times to channel like people who left this earth, and all this stuff, and I was just amazed, and it was channeled through me, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just talking to myself. I want some kind of proof that this is real, that I'm not.
This is what you told to
Yes,
yourself.
I'm
Okay.
just sitting in the session, and I'm telling her this, and I'm in my internal voice, and I'm like, this is how can it be possible? What is this? I cannot believe it. Well, I want some proof that this is real. I want proof. And they're like, and I'm like receiving, what proof do you want? I mean, like, I want a physical proof. I want now that something will happen in physical world. And there was like a candle in the room, and in that moment, the candle,
Oh my God.
I don't know, exploded, and all this,
The vax, the vax.
everything was on the wall with 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 the mug and the black, mug there, and I was like, oh my God. But okay, maybe it was an accident.
So you ask
So
another.
I asked another
I
one,
cannot believe
and
it.
I'm like, okay, this is an accident. I want another proof.
You are crazy.
I am. And then we ended the session and met our friend, and we are sharing this experience. And she was like telling, she said, yeah, and this is my grandma ring, and she just removes the ring, and everything is black
What, where the ring was?
where the ring was. And she said, this never happened to me before. This is a golden ring. Golden rings are not turning into black. And her finger was black, the ring was black, like with the mud.
Oh my
And we are
God.
like, how this is possible? Maybe this is not a golden ring. And she said, it is. I know it, I wear it. It never happened before. And
Oh
this
my
is the
God.
moment I understood that everything is possible. The alchemy is possible. Everything is exist. And I can receive proofs to everything, even to the things that do not exist. It was my
Wow.
first step to really understand that the spiritual world and the physical world, they're connected, and there is much more than exist, and everything is possible. If golden ring can become black, if candles can explode after out of the blue, um, I can do magic. I can do good things for people. I can. I just need to practice. My understanding was that I need to practice. I need to understand more how it works. I need to understand the connection between the spiritual and the physical world. um, I want to master it. It was
Wow.
the minute of my aha moment that I want to master the spiritual world and to understand how to create in the physical world more.
Wow. And what else
Else
is
is
possible?
possible.
Diana, thank you so much.
Thank you. Till
It's
next time.
till next week, honey. And next week we are flying to Namibia. How fast it came! Wow. So I'm so thrilled to fly to the desert and to recall all my abilities and to be back to Atlantis time.
Wow.
And thank you for leading us to this amazing journey in Kalvekef, which means easy and funny in Hebrew. And thank you for this. I love you so much.
I love you back. Thank you.